we are getting set for Madden 25 on the PS5. This is the first time we're pulling it up on the PS5. We are going to do a video later on where I compare PS4 and PS5 game. Uh, so we'll kind of do a comparison. I will, what's different, what's the same, and all that. All right, let's talk about what is the different, what's the same, different. Of course, there's menu layout. Menu layout does uh uh, vertically instead of horizontally on Madden 25 on the PS5 or PS4 version is horizontal, just like the Ultimate Team, Sugar Rush, Roster Revolution, and AK Icon. So that's for Ultimate Team. So we are going to get into franchise mode. So we're going to start a new franchise mode. Uh, and we are going to
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
We're going to do relocation. So I'll show you. You're just going to pick a team, any team, and then you're going to go from there. I'll show you how you do relocation for every single NFL team out there. So let's get into it. You can do this online franchise or offline franchise. I'm doing it offline.
Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose what role you want to run the show as, a coach or an owner.
All right, so you can do it as a coach, and now that is normal. We'll talk about the kicking in a minute. But let's see here. Commissioner settings. Here we go. Relocation center. We're gonna go everyone. All right, now let's go back to the kicking. Like I said, I was gonna come back to that. I want to get that fixed. I fixed that. Had fixed that in college. Well, you have the kicking. You have the classic power and accuracy combined into a single meter. Multi-meter, meaning the power actually are split between two separate mechanics, one vertical and one horizontal, kind of like the college football. So we are going to do the classic Madden meter, and so that I've always liked that kicking style better. I kind of have something similar to that. It's basically called tap and tap in college football, but we're gonna up the minutes to 10 minutes per quarter. We could go 12 minutes per quarter, but for now we're gonna do 10 minutes. Pro simulation, everything is going to be. We're gonna turn the acceleration clock off, and then we're gonna go back. That stuff is important. That going back. All right. Now you're gonna start your starting point. You're gonna go in the regular season. You're not gonna do preseason. You're gonna do regular season. We are going to get the other teams in there, but we're gonna do it step by step. I'm gonna show you step by step full tutorial on how to get not just one, but multiple teams. I said, oh yeah, start playing regular season. I forgot what I was doing there for a minute. Now you have it set for everyone. All right. Now this also looks different. Somewhat different than may not super different from the PS4 version, but yeah. All right. I like how the stars kind of turned. All right. So now we're going to go into the relocation stuff, which everything is here. So you're gonna go to set season goals. Now we are going to go to manage your team, where it says manage your team is right before play season game. You're gonna hit that. Then you're gonna hit relocate. You're gonna choose a city, so we're gonna choose. We have the choice between. Well, let's count it. We'll write it down so that I can. Um, Let me write them down so we know how many are there, so I know if we can do a whole. There's 32 NFL teams, by the way, of course. So, okay. We have Austin. We have Houston. That was the one we started on. It's Houston. Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Mexico City, Buenos Aires. So these are new. Starting with Buenos Aires, I think I can't remember if Mexico City is. I think Mexico City is in the 24 version. There's not as many teams in 24 PS. Sorry, the PS4 version. Let's see here. Rio de Janeiro. I'll just put Rio, and then put comma Brazil. That way it shortens it, and I don't have to write Rio de Janeiro because that it's a long word. Rio de Janeiro. San Juan, Puerto Rico. Just put San Juan. Oh, there you go. So now that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to the 8th team. Orlando. Ninth team is Memphis. We'll get into the nicknames and all that. We're just going to the cities doing the cities right now. Oklahoma City, that's 10. Let's put OKC, that's abbreviation. C, base for OKC. Um, Omaha. It's not NFL football without saying Omaha. All right, that's number 11. Number 12, St. Louis, getting a team back in St. Louis. Then you have Louisville. That's a shocker. Since you have the Louisville Cardinals, so you could relocate the Cardinals and call them the Louisville Cardinals. I'll talk about that in a minute. We might do that. All right. That is, I think, 13, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Number 14 is Chicago, having two teams in Chicago. Or one if you want to not have a team in Chicago. I mean, if you're just doing one, you could have teams in Chicago or whatever. Then you have Columbus. Isn't that where the University of Ohio is? I think that's where uh, the University of, or the Ohio State is. I'm pretty sure. That's 15. 16. Let me get that because still got some more. Canton, of course, home of the Hall of Fame. Let's see here. Virginia Beach, Virginia. It's an interesting one. 17, Virginia. Virginia Beach. Then you have Brooklyn as number 18. Now 19. We're almost getting to 34 or 32 teams. Toronto is number 19. Number 20, Montreal. So two Canadian teams in a row. Montreal. We're still gonna get to London and Dublin. We'll get them in a minute. There's Dublin, like I said. 21 is Dublin. 22, we'll get. There's London. I knew we were getting there to them sometime soon. London. We got San Diego on there. Maybe 23, maybe 24. Paris at 23. Tokyo and it's 24. 25. Melbourne, Australia. I like Australia and a team. Maybe New Zealand is a team. Melbourne. Then we have Honolulu at 26. It's 26. Number 27 in the third two. Anchorage. That's a surprise right there. And then we have Vancouver. So a lot of Canadian teams. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll recap everybody. That's 28 is Vancouver. Number 29. So we're almost there. We got 29, 30, 31, and 32. We might pass 32, but we're just going to keep on going. Portland at 29. Portland, Oregon, that is. Not Portland, Maine. Portland, Oregon. Sacramento. Okay, number 31 is Oakland. So again, a team back in Oakland. San Diego 32. I think that's it. Nope, Salt Lake at 33. So we surpassed 32 teams. So Salt Lake, Albuquerque at 34. And then we did Houston. Yeah, we did Houston and Austin. So there's 34 teams. I wish you could do an expansion, but uh, two-team expansion. But all right, it's all right. So recap him. Austin, Texas, Houston, Texas, San Antonio, Texas, Mexico City, Mexico, Buenos Aires, Argentina. So let's start ours. Austin, Texas. The capital of Texas is plenty big enough to host another Texan team. If you'll find no shortage of football fans here, and that is true. All right, San Antonio, Texas. Again, San Antonio's largest city, American city. still missing its own NFL team. There is plenty of potential fans here. You have a UFL team, but no NFL. Getting that. All right. Then we have Mexico City. Mexico bringing the NFL to Mexico. You can find your home in the oldest capital city in the Americas. And then the Buenos Aires, Argentina. Buenos Aires has a passion for sports. How about introducing a new kind of football here? Then you have Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Rio is already loves football, even if it's a different type. You'll find no shortage of passionate sports fans here. Then you have San Juan, Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a financial, cultural, and tourism center and has a host number of sporting events already. Orlando, warm weather, theme parks would draw millions of potential fans every year. Memphis, Tennessee, moving here, you'll make sure you opportunity ends up singing the blues. Oklahoma City, but in NFL, Oklahoma making your home base OKC. Omaha, and their O City. Omaha is a gateway to the west for the Pioneers and could be your gateway to glory, also known as the name or the word that Peyton Manning used when calling this place. So then you have St. Louis next, no stranger to football, and would like to go back to rooting in an NFL team. Then you have Louisville. Louisville is home to plenty of passionate sports fans. Perhaps it's time to bring that passion to your team. They have the Louisville Cardinals, which we'll get into in a minute. We may say that for relocating Arizona to Louisville and still call them the Louisville Cardinals. College team. Hmm. That's kind of weird for it, but hey. Then you have Chicago. Interested in rotating a second team or all of them to Chicago. We love to have your team here. Guess you could have a Chicago league. Columbus, Ohio. I'm thinking that's where the Ohio State is. Let me check. Pretty sure it's in Columbus. Very sure when the game day went to Ohio State was in Columbus. Let me double check that. But as we're doing that, we have Canton, home of the Hall of Fame. NFL Hall of Fame. And then you have Virginia Beach, Virginia. Brooklyn, Toronto, Canada, Montreal, Canada, Dublin, Ireland, London, England, Paris, France, Tokyo, Japan, Melbourne, Australia, Honolulu, Hawaii, Anchorage, Alaska, Vancouver, Canada, Portland, Oregon, Sacramento, California, Oakland, San Diego, Salt Lake City, Albuquerque, Houston, and then back to Austin. So that's 34 teams between Austin and Albuquerque. And I was gonna look up Columbus, Ohio, or the Ohio State. Yep, the Ohio State is in Columbus, Ohio, so I was right. So that would be two college. Oh, no, wait, three. Austin. Austin has a college team there. So does San Antonio UTSA. Uh, Orlando has University of Central Florida. Memphis has the Memphis Tigers. Of course, Oklahoma City has an NBA team, but as far as college, didn't they have any? They have OU and OSU in the state, but as far as MSL, Oklahoma City University, I don't think plays football. There's some maybe some smaller schools, D2 schools, or they play in the metro area, but Omaha, they have a university, but I don't think they play college football. St. Louis, let's see here, Louisville. I always said the Louisville Cardinals are the college football team there, which would be interesting. I'll show you what I mean. Chicago, Chicago State just got a football team, so that's interesting there. Columbus, where the Ohio State is, Canada, the NFL Hall of Fame. So you got from the Hall of Fame to where the Pro Bowl used to be, and the Pro Bowl is now, which is Orlando. So I just had to make this. All right, so let's go back to Austin, and we'll choose Austin. So staying in Dallas, Austin Cowboys, Austin Antlers, Austin Armadillos, Austin Aviators. I like those uniforms. The Austin Bison, Austin Black Knights, Austin Blues, Austin Bulls, Austin Caps, Conquerors, Desperados, Dragons, Dreadnoughts, Elks, Golden Eagles, Huskies, Lumberjacks, Monarchs, Mounties, Nighthawks, Orbits, Pioneers, Redwoods, Riverhogs, Sentinels, Shamrocks, Snowhawks, Steamers, kind of like the showboats almost. I can see where they were going with that. Thunderbirds, Tigers, Voyagers, Wizards, and Mountain Cowboys. All right, so I'm thinking about either the Armadillos, since that's Texas, or Austin Black Knights or Austin Bulls. I think we'll do Black Knights. I like that logo. So we'll go with the Black Knights. All right, now stadium. Previously, you had to simulate and get every stage done each week, but this time you can get it all done. I will explain how you do every team and get them all done and it not have to simulate anything at all, period. Alright, so then basically you get basic canopy, basic futuristic, basic hybrid, sphere, traditional, canopy, future, hybrid. Since it is, that looks like a good one right there. I'll go with basic traditional. The arena is what it's going to be called. I guess we should call it Okay. All right. Now back and bada boom, you have the Austin Black Knights. Now we're going to do another team. So we're going to go to options, user teams, new character.
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
We're going to go in order. So we're going to go these teams here, and then we'll go, we're going to leave Arizona to last, and I'll show you why. All right. The Bears.
Use the options on the left to edit league settings and choose.
Ah. Now we're going to show you how to relocate them. So we're going to go to manage team. Relocate. Well, we could either do San Antonio or we could go, let's do Houston and do the Oilers. Oh, actually, what it says this was Oilers are exclusively available here. Oh, you can still choose between Bears, Oilers, Antlers, Armadillos. Houston Armadillos, that sounds interesting. Aviators, Bison, Blues, Bulls, Houston Bulls, Camps, Conquerors, Desperados. Let's go the Houston. I should have done Dallas Desperados. We'll do that in another series. We'll do Dallas Desperados in another series. We'll do the Houston Desperados or San Antonio Desperados. Uh, let's do Oilers. Houston Oilers. And wait, that's bring the back. It's time to bring the Oilers back to NFL greatness. So we'll go and choose them. We'll go with this stadium here. Just make it different. It's an oil rig stadium. That's interesting. All right, and now we're going to go back. Now we're going to go and click option user teams. Create new
Choose
character.
the team you want to start your franchise with.
Then we're going to go with the Bengals.
Use the options on the left to edit.
And continue on. And we're just going to keep on going down the line. So to speed this up, I'm going to pause it. And then I'm going to do some stuff while it's on pause. And then I'll be back to show you the end, end, end results. All right, we are back here, and we have every team relocated. Honolulu has two teams. That was an accident, but hey, one city had to have two teams, just like Los Angeles. Alrighty then, so I'll tell you those teams in just a minute. We have in the AFC. Let's start off with the AFC. The AFC North is the San Antonio Armadillos, the Houston or the Orlando Orbits. I almost said the Houston Orbits, but that's not Orlando Orbits. Virginia Beach Pioneers and Brooklyn Wizards. The AFC South, the Columbus Aviators, the Honolulu Dreadnoughts, the London uh, Monarchs, and the Honolulu Voyagers. AFC East is Mexico City Condors, the Melbourne Dragons, the Rio de Janeiro Golden Eagles, and the Toronto Snowhawks. The AFC West is the Buenos Aires Bulls, the San Juan Caps, the Oakland Redwoods, the Salt Lake City Sentinels. The NFC North is the Portland Lumberjacks, the Montreal Mounties, the Houston Oilers, and the Tokyo Tigers. Then the South is the Canton Bison, the St. Louis Blues, the Albuquerque Elks, the Dublin Shamrocks. I decided what the St. Louis Blues had a NFL team. So NFC East, the Austin Black Knights, the Chicago Huskies, the Omaha Nighthawks, and the Memphis Riverhawks. AFC West is Sacramento Antlers, Oklahoma City Desperados, San Diego Steamers, and the Louisville Thunderbirds. So again, those are the teams you have for the Relocated Football League or RFL. So the matchups, we have the Cannon Bison and the Dublin Shamrocks. The Brooklyn Wizards and the Oakland Redwoods. Yeah, so you have the Brooklyn Wizards and the Oakland Redwoods, the Tokyo Tigers and the Omaha Nighthawks, the Virginia Beach Pioneers and the St. Louis Blues, the Oklahoma City Desperados, and the Mexico City uh, Condors, the Houston Oilers and the London Monarchs, the Toronto Snowhawks and the San Antonio Armadillos, the Battle of Honolulu, Honolulu Voyagers, and the Honolulu Dreadnoughts. I could have done somebody else instead of Honolulu. Um, could have done Vancouver Dreadnoughts. I feel like when we get to the next year, we will relocate them. They'll be just 1 year, uh, or 2 year team. We'll relocate them to from Honolulu to Vancouver. and that'll be it. All right. So, and then we have Chicago Huskies, the Memphis Riverhawks, San Juan Caps, and the Dublin Shamrocks. Orlando Orbits and the Columbus Aviators, the Salt Lake City Sentinels and the Brooklyn Wizards, San Antonio Steamers and the Oklahoma State Desperados, Virginia Beach Pioneers and the Buenos Aires Bulls, San Antonio Armadillos and the Oakland Redwoods, the Houston Oilers and the Honolulu Dreadnoughts, and then the so this is week one's games. Oklahoma City is playing Mexico City. Oklahoma City, Mexico City. That should be an interesting matchup. We'll have those games coming up soon. Uh, so that'll do it almost for Madden 25 on the PS5. We have one more thing we're gonna save. Make it say RFL. Oop, 25. Done. I'll save successfully. Show you how to change the broadcasters and what broadcasters are in Madden. We showed you what broadcasters are in college football. We're going to show you what broadcasters are in Madden for your play now. You can choose them. So let's do Dallas and Washington. So you can choose between your you can view your superstar X factors, your skill level, do advanced settings, and edit uniforms. We'll go to the advanced settings. There's your advanced settings there. I'll show you. You have simulation or competitive or arcade simulation. You have exhibition, quick presentation, Super Bowl. Now, then you can do your core lanes, but here's your commentators. Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis, your main crew that you've always had. Cade Scott and Brock Heward. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or you can randomize it. So I'm glad you have multiple ones. You even have one more than college football. You have 3 sets of crew instead of 2. And of course, you have Jonathan Coachman for one final year of Madden, and then Madden 26. It'll be. I'll show you the different announcers' styles in a minute. So we'll go with this. We're just going to show you the opening intro to it to show you the difference between Madden 25 PS4 and Madden 25 PS5. So you've seen how Madden 25 on the PS4 opens. Well, now here is Madden 25 on the PS5. Hold on, ignore that. We're not gonna do an entire game. We're not gonna do a partial game. We're not gonna kick off. We're just gonna show you from the opening to the kickoff. So here you go. My trick and Grayson and Jonathan Cushman, and public address announcer. I forget his name. He's with the Minnesota Vikings. Does Super Bowl. Can't remember his name, but everybody, take it away.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 25.
20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another. And I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other. They study each other. They work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends.
All right, so that is how the intro gets started, and you hear the commentators. Now we're going to do the same two teams, but with Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis. So just give me a second. We're going to show you them 3 times with each broadcaster. Oh, there's Washington. So here is Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis, the team you always know, and we will let you listen into this part from start to kick off.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
All right, that is for Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis. Now we'll do the last crew, which is Katie Scott, and I forget who the other one was. Brock Heward. He's a college announcer. I don't know who Katie Scott is, but we'll let you listen into this one, and that'll be the last one. We have gone through all 3 commentary teams' intros. So this is the final one. Once we get this one will be the last one.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, You can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Well, that'll do it. We are going to leave it there, and you've listened to from start to kickoff how the crew does it. So I'm glad we have different announcers, college football and Madden NFL football. So it's going to be a whole lot better for games there for the RFL, the Madden football, the college football, the UFL. And then, of course, on the college football side for the conference realignments. But that'll be another video. You've heard both broadcasters in college football. So, I don't know who Case Guy is. Before I exit out of this video, before I sign off for this video for this first video for today, we'll have a college football one with I think it's not Kirk Herbstreit and Brandon or Kirk Herbstreit and I'll forget his name now. I'm probably on college pro. That would be interesting. All right. Yeah, I remember who I was looking up. KT. Kay Scott is the American sports broadcaster who currently is the television play-by-play announcer for the Philadelphia 76ers. He also calls international soccer games for Fox Sports and CBS Sports, and is the preseason voice of the Seattle Seahawks. And of course, you know Rocky Ewart from college football from Fox. So we have Fox with Charles Davis and Brian Gaughan. They're Fox people. Rocky Ewart, he's college Fox. So is Brandon Gaughan. He's Fox College. And then Mike Tirico, he's NBC. And Greg Olson, he's Fox. So everybody is Brandon Gaughan, Charles Davis. Those are Fox. People. K. Scott is, Brock Heward is. The only one that is not is Mike Tirico with NBC. But he's usually the Sunday night crew, so we don't have Thursday. We don't have let's see him bring back Al Michaels. I'd see Kirk Herbstreit do Madden and college football. I'd see him do both at some point. So hopefully that'll be in the future that they'll have that broadcast crew. But hey, these ones, Case Scott and Brock Heward, Brandon Gaughan and Charles Davis, and Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. That'll be good, just good enough. I don't know why she's kind of familiar. The soccer probably is where I heard her from on Fox Sports. So, yeah. She sounds like a softball announcer. She sounds like somebody that did college softball. I don't know why. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of that, I think, Michelle Smith. Well, I'll do it. We will have one full game to sometime coming up. We'll have games on. We'll have a game on Sunday between this team right here, Dallas Cowboys, and the Washington Commanders. It'll be Sunday night. It'll be a Sunday night game, so it'll be an afternoon game, but it'll be set as a Sunday night game. That'll be play now, of course, and the broadcasters will be, of course, Jonathan Coachman in the studios with uh, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, the Sunday Night Crew, as well as I'm calling them, and then of course Jonathan Coachman knows that he's always the halftime studio guy for one more year, and then we will in Madden 26 we will have a new. Yes, I just had to look at. So after this, for the halftime show, instead it'll be Jonathan Cushman. It'll be Scott Hansen taking over for uh for the halftime for Madden 26. During Madden 26 will be Scott Hansen. Scott Hansen. Um, and then the PA announcer Al Roach, I think is his name. Yeah, Al Roach is the Madden public address announcer. So that who is who the he's the one that does the Super Bowl, and he's a Minnesota's public address announcer, but he does Madden and the Super Bowl since the NFL takes over for that. So, but he will stay as the public address announcer, I assume, for Madden 26. He's been the public address announcer for Madden for a while, so I assume if he wasn't going to be like Jonathan Coachman uh, and replaced replaced by Scott Hansen, if somebody was replacing Alan Roach, I think we would have heard about it by now since we announced the halftime people. But again, I'm assuming we still have the same announcing crew for 26. I'm thinking Brandon Gunn, Charles Davis, Brock Heward, and Keith Scott, and Mike Trico and Greg Olson for that crew. That uh, great uh three choice thing. I'm guessing Sunday Night Football is uh Greg Olson and Mike Tirico, but I'm not sure. I don't know about Monday night, and I don't know about just a regular Sunday afternoon game or a Saturday afternoon game when those happen in the postseason and into the regular season. But we will find out when Dynasty mode, uh, franchise mode, excuse me, in regular franchise mode when we choose Dallas Cowboys, and then when we do the regular NFL league, we'll hear them as well. So, but that'll do it. Until next time, we will have college football between the Oklahoma State and the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'm thinking it's uh 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 geez, the broadcast crew, not the big game crew. No, it's not a game, but the not the game of the week or national. Um, it's Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer. That was who I was looking for, and I don't know who the halftime is, or can't remember who the halftime. I can't remember who does the halftime on college football. Let me look. See if I can spell it right. Oops. Trying to remember his name. Oh, trying to see who it is. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure. I'll have to play eligible 25 here, and we'll hear. I can't remember the guy's name for college football 25 halftime. If anybody knows, I'll let you put that in the comment section below. But I will know once I do my Arkansas game, who that is. But Jonathan Coachman right now for Madden, but it'll be Scott Hansen next year for Madden 26. That's the only broadcasting change we know of for Madden 26. But we will find out much more and much more as we go along, and we'll bring that to you. And on what I think should be in Madden and in college football will be later on, sometime midsummer. As it gets close to, I think June, we'll start talking about it for June for college football, and then July for Madden. That'll do it until next time. We'll have uh, Madden football on Sunday, and then we'll have college football later today. Tomorrow's live stream is a afternoon one, 2:30. It'll be the Texas Longhorns and the Michigan Wolverines, and I'll be playing as Michigan Wolverines. So that'll do it until until later on this afternoon for the Oklahoma State Cowboys and the Arkansas Razorbacks from Boone Pickens Stadium in College Football 25 on the PS5, of course. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video. Keep on YouTube, everybody, and we'll see you on the next video.